By the year 2050, Nigeria will have a population of 450 million, will be the third largest nation in the world in terms of population after India and China. And about 6% of that population will be living in the state. This master plan takes into account all these factors to lay out a social, economic, and physical infrastructure master plan for the state.
Kaduna State is now a safe haven for investment, for businesses, for tourism, and above all related peace and stability enjoyed by citizens of the state. So I would like to commend the Kaduna State government for this program and call on Kaduna State government and the governor in particular to view the project here as the project for the North. Kaduna belongs to all of us, and Madam Nasir is the custodian, the key holder of this city, this state for all of us. Therefore, all of us must put hands together to make sure Kaduna is developed. And if Kaduna is developed, it's peaceful, definitely majority parts of the North, you can say, will be peaceful and also be developed.
We take too much for granted, and so when I see a state that is striving to make a difference, to improve the lives of her people, I think all we ought to do, regardless of where we come from, is to encourage not just the leadership, but also encourage the citizens of the state to support the leadership and make it happen. A failure of the leadership of the government is a failure of one man, but it's also going to transcend and it's going to affect the collective of the state. So on this note, let me commend and congratulate the government and the people of Kaduna State for their work and their foresightedness in trying to move our state and our nation forward. Kaduna makes it, Northern Nigeria would make it. Northern Nigeria makes it, all of Nigeria has made it.
The young people are the present of this country, and technology has become part and parcel of our lives. We've seen this gap in the northern region, whereby a lot of young people use technology to just go there and insult their leaders and just go there and browse nonsense. They're not adding anything to value. They don't look at the monetary angle of it. So we now took advantage of it because I'm a techpreneur. I've been in the industry for over a decade. I run a tech solution company for over 10 years now. So I use that avenue, my kind of vast knowledge, to see how I can be able to transfer knowledge to these young people, educate them, sensitize them, and also see how we can be able to give them a sense of belonging, because the government is not doing it. And we are now identify most of the passionate young people amongst my team to be able to now see how we can be able to come together to give back to the society.
Well, Kaduna State is one of the Bank of Industry's leading development partners. So we work closely with them. We're implementing a number of their initiatives. Right, we have an MOU with them. We are doing the CAT Step, which is a program meant for empowering youth in Kaduna, creating jobs for them by giving them financial support and also helping to build their capacity, right, to set up industries that add value to our natural resource endowments, particularly agricultural and solid minerals, ICT, and those that are tourism related. Anything that will stimulate production, that would have multiplier effects, that will have developmental impact by way of jobs, by way of import substitution, or even export potentials.
So let's put the building of airports and other White House projects aside and face issues that will bring water, that will bring peace, that will bring food to the table of the common man, that will make everybody go around freely without any fear of molestation or whatever.
If you've been reading Nigerian newspapers for the last 2-3 weeks and watching Nigerian TV and following Nigerian social media, you would be concerned about the leadership. The conversation is not about electricity, about infrastructure, about education, about healthcare. In the last 1 month, all the conversation is about the National Assembly, the executive, the judiciary, conflicts between this politician and that politician, confirmation of EFCC. There has been no serious conversation around the people, which is why I decided that I would attend this, because this is the first conversation I'm seeing that actually is not about politicians. Growth can only come from investment. It cannot come from consumption. It cannot come from the government balance sheet because we don't have money. It cannot come from borrowing because you cannot borrow unsustainably, and everybody from the federal government to the state and local government has to ask one question and one question only. How do I make Nigeria, how do I make my state, how do I make my local government, my emirate, the attractive destination for the scarce capital flying around the world? Because at the end of the day, a nation and a state is only transformed by vision. Once that vision is flawed, every single thing that follows from that logically collapses, which is why I like the idea of an investment fund, because anyone who is interested in bringing investors, anyone who is like we listen today saying, come and invest in Kaduna, has already made that mindset change and said, you know what, the growth of my economy is not going to come. I say this because in northern Nigeria in particular, the governments need to conserve their resources for those areas where government has failed in the last few decades. We need to invest in education. We need to invest in healthcare. We are in denial. The Northwest and the Northeast, demographically, constitute the bulk of Nigeria's population. But let me just sum up. I think that in summary, the growth model for Africa, for Nigeria, for the states in Nigeria has to change. Growth is not going to continue coming from rising oil prices. Growth will not come from borrowing and spending government money. Growth will come from investment.